And I now invite the distinguished representative of China to take the floor.
President, the Palestinian-Israeli conflict has continued in cycles for decades. Generations of Palestinians have lost their home and lived in displacement under occupation. It is a wound of the world that is constantly ripped open and bleeding. Independent statehood has been a long-cherished aspiration of the Palestinian people, and full membership in the UN is a crucial step in this historic process. Palestine should have the same status as Israel, and the Palestinian people should enjoy the same rights as the Israeli people. It is the common responsibility of the international community to support and advance the process of Palestinian independent statehood and provide strong support for the implementation of two-state solution and a lasting peace in the Middle East. Regrettably, Palestine's application for full UN membership was mercilessly vetoed by the US in the Security Council on April 18th. On the Palestinian-Israeli issue, the US has repeatedly used veto in an unjustified attempt to obstruct the international community's efforts to correct the historical injustice long visited on Palestine. It is not commensurate with the role of responsible major country. Today, the GA Emergency Special Session adopted by an overwhelming majority a resolution to reaffirm the right of Palestinian people to self-determination, including the right to their independent state of Palestine, determine that the state of Palestine is qualified for membership in the UN, and recommend that the Security Council reconsider favourably its application to join the UN. China welcomes this historic resolution, which reflects the will of the international community. China joined the co-sponsorship of this resolution. China supports the Security Council's early reconsideration of the application of the State of Palestine as mandated by the GA resolution, expects the relevant country to not create further delays or hurdles. President, the resolution adopted today also includes modalities for the State of Palestine's participation in UN activities and relevant meetings, granting it new rights and privileges. We understand that these are the special modalities decided on for the lack of other options, as a remedy for the historical injustice long endured by Palestine and a rectification of the US's abusive use of veto. We believe that these special modalities, adopted within the limits permitted by the UN Charter, will enable the international community to listen more adequately to the voice of Palestine and help it to talk and negotiate with Israel on a relatively equal footing. The resolution makes it clear that these modalities are adopted on exceptional basis and without setting a precedent. We believe that these modalities will not be permanent because one day the State of Palestine will become a full UN member and will enjoy full and equal rights in the UN like other member states. President, the crux of the intractable Palestinian-Israeli issue lies at the stalled implementation of the two-state solution. Over the years, Israel, as the occupying power, has worked ceaselessly to erode the basis of the two-state solution, and the ongoing conflict, already 7 months long, threatens to completely bury the prospect of the two-state solution. China urges Israel to stop collective punishment of the Gaza population, to halt its military offenses on Rafah, and to effectively remove all restrictions on the entry of humanitarian goods into Gaza. In the West Bank, Israel should cease all settlement activities and effectively curb the rising settler violence. China will continue to play a constructive role and make unremitting efforts for the immediate ceasefire, for the revitalization of the two-state solution, for the early realization of peaceful coexistence of Palestine and Israel, and for the lasting peace and stability in the Middle East. Thank you, President.